Well, this morning we're out in the greenhouse, and the project for the day is growing vegetable seedlings and herb seedlings for the garden. Right here in front of me I've got a flat that has some little 6-packs in it that I'm going to use for starting my seeds. Over here I've got a package of seeds. In this case it's basil seed. Underneath the flat, on top the table over here, I've got a heater cable. That helps keep the seedlings warm with some bottom heat, so it will make the seeds germinate out here, even though the March temperatures in the evening are dropping well below 40 degrees in some cases. Right here I've got my seed package. Every seed package ever made comes with its own built-in seeder. If you take one side of the package here and put a crease in it, like I've done, right down the middle of it, then take the package, hold it in the right or the left hand, depending on which way you go. Here I'm making some holes in my soil in front of me to hold the seeds so they drop in and underneath the surface of the soil. Now I'm going to take the seed package like this, begin vibrating it with my forefinger so the seeds begin to dance down in a line here. This is really pretty slick. I can manage to get this so I'm getting about 2 seeds per hole is what I'll usually sow, unless the seed is extremely scarce. I will usually put in a few more seeds than I actually intend to have in that hole. There we go. Nice, controlled. It worked really well. Just a simple crease in the front of the seed package. You want to be planting, as the old gardener once said, one for the bugs, one for the gardener, and one for the weather. I'm just going to go ahead and push the soil over the top of the seeds right there, tamp it down, and before I leave here today I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to water these. Okay, now once we get our seeds to come up in the greenhouse, as you see here in this 6-pack, I've got 3 to this hole here. There's 3 tomatoes in that hole, 3 tomatoes in this hole. Now, looks like 3 there too. My son sowed these for me, and so he followed my instructions of 1 for the gardener and 1 for everybody else. So I've got extra seeds in here, and so what I'm going to do about that now is I've popped the tomatoes out of the 6-pack. Next, I'm going to take the tomatoes starting at the top of the soil and begin manipulating the soil with my fingertips. I'm going to shake it out here so I kind of bare root these seedlings so I got most of the soil off. Next, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take the seedlings and pull them apart like that. Now, try to hold the seedlings by the leaves. Holding by the stem isn't a real good idea, because if you break the stem, it's all over with. A leaf you can break and it will regrow. Now I'm digging a hole with my fingers down here inside these 4-inch pots. Insert the seedling down inside that hole and just close the soil around them. Now you make sure when you're growing seedlings that you have plenty of light. If you haven't got a greenhouse, you're going to want to use grow lights inside the house, maybe in the garage, or you could also go ahead and use a very, very sunny southern window, but I mean very sunny. Most houses don't have enough light on the inside to grow these plants. That's why people end up with those long, stretchy, funny looking tomato plants. Tomatoes and cabbages, broccoli, these are all plants that actually prefer being planted a little bit deeper than they grew. They'll produce a larger root system if you put them in a little deeper. Don't do that with cucumbers, squash, melons, or peppers. Alrighty, there we go. I got the whole flat over here at tomatoes. I got my markers in the end so I knew what I was growing. How you water in vegetables after they've been transplanted is also just a little bit of a trick. And make sure that you got the hose low. This one here is turned down real nice. And I usually start by going along the edges of the pots, in between the pots, okay, pushing the water into 2 pots at the same time here so the water flows inward towards the seedlings. I'm working the soil with the water, get it down flat and settled so it comes in all the way around the seedling so there isn't any air around the roots of the plant. There we go. All done. It's still March here, and so I'm holding peppers and tomatoes inside my greenhouse until it thoroughly warms up, probably somewhere around April. And that's how you grow tomato plants and other vegetables from seed. Here with Bill in Fremont, California.